U.S. President Joe Biden capped his three-day summit of African leaders by hinting that he may come visit.
As I told some of you, you invited me to your countries. I said, be careful what you wish for, because I may show up. The poor relatives always show up. The wealthy ones never show up. The poor come and they eat your food, stay longer than they should. Well, I'm looking forward to seeing many of you in your home countries.
It's a striking joke from the leader of the world's wealthiest nation, who spent much of Wednesday touting U.S. plans to deliver $55 billion in assistance to a continent struggling with food insecurity, inequality, and a painful legacy of colonialism. But jokes aside, the U.S. ambassador to the United Nations told VOA that a presidential trip would have a big impact.
This will be an opportunity for the people of Africa, whatever countries, if the president decides to make such a visit, that they will actually see our commitment to them.
These grand gestures and big promises contrast with the quieter diplomacy happening at the summit of 50 African leaders, which included meetings between Secretary of State Antony Blinken and leaders of Ethiopia and Congo, both countries with active conflicts, and with stable West African allies Senegal and Southern African energy giant Angola. Analysts say the U.S. is trying to work with a range of African partners, regardless of their track records, on issues where they can find common ground.
I think what Washington is trying to do is diversify its relationships on the continent and not make them dependent on any one leader or any one group of countries, because what we have seen is these countries remain fragile, and a strategic partner today could be engulfed in civil war tomorrow.
Biden also invited the leaders of Congo, Gabon, Liberia, Madagascar, Nigeria, and Sierra Leone to a private meeting on Wednesday, where they discussed their upcoming elections during what the White House says is a critical time for democracy globally. Publicly, Biden affirmed support for more African representation on the G20 and the UN Security Council, while not ignoring their shortfalls.
As leaders, our people inspire us. They awaken in us the possibilities that are within our grasp, and there's so many possibilities if we work together. They tell us hard truths that we need to hear, and sometimes we have trouble listening. They challenge us to live up to the values enshrined in so many of our founding documents, and to be worthy of the responsibility given to us by that sacred trust.
That particular message falls on some old ears. Cameroon's Paul Biya is 89. Republic of Congo's Denis Sassou Nguesso is 79, as is Nigeria's Muhammadu Buhari. Many of these men, and all but one African head of state is male, were born well before their countries gained independence, on a continent where the median age is just 18. What will they take back to their homelands, other than full pockets and warm memories? Anita Powell, VOA News, Washington.